Hello traders, welcome to the channel. Today, 1st June, Nifty ends this week at 22,530 and Bank Nifty at 48,983. So before proceeding to this week's market update, I want to share a few things. See, I have started this channel mainly to focus on making the Elliott wave in a more practical way to understand. That's the main intention to start this channel. And I will not give a buy or sell recommendation on how to position yourself, right? So these are the things I cannot recommend and I should not recommend. This is the understanding. This is the reason uh, in most of my videos I give the alterations. See, alteration view 1 or view 2 because to understand the Elliott wave better. See, if I am going to give only buy or sell or only one view, you cannot learn from the Elliott wave theories, right? So this is the main thing I am sharing the alteration view and also sharing the reason for it. See, in last week also in Bank Nifty, I said 48,300, 200 to 300 is the resistance zone here, right? And also I said if the price rejects here, the bearish confirmation comes only after the price crosses this point, 47,330. Right? This is the understanding. So whenever you start working out in your chart, if you are facing this situation, the price may face rejection, but for confirmation, the price needs to cross below this point. The price not crosses here. Instead, it crosses above this point. So you need to flexibly change your view and you need to expect that the waves are extending upside. Okay, these are the practical understandings. Few commented, very few, okay, very few commented that the bearish will not work. See, from 48,200 to 47,500 approximately 700 points in Bank Nifty it came, and also I said for confirmation the price needs to cross below this level, not crosses, right? So take all this information as learning and start applying in your charts. So this is what I want to share. So with this perspective and with this idea, we'll start our this week's market update. Right. Due to some personal difficulties, I'm not able to post a previous week video. For continuation purpose, I'll share a few charts which we are analyzed from previous month. See, this was analyzed on May 9th, and I shared two options. We discussed a lot in previous week videos. Either coming to this level or the price may take support and move higher. And also I said approaching speed is equally important. I remember what I said. See, I show the chart. So this is what worked as of now. Okay, see here, I put on a daily chart. This is what as of now worked. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, and the price start moving higher. At the same time, I gave an alteration that if the price gap downs or crossing below this level with a speed, okay, I mentioned these words, then you need to think about this alteration. So make all these things are learning perspectives. See, expecting a support is different and how the price approaching the support is different. When you start giving characters to your waves, you can easily understand whether the price will get support or not. That is what I teach in my course. So this view has been worked very well. Fine. On 17th May, need to check resistance comes between 22,500 to 550 and Bank Nifty 48,150 to 48,300. See, during this time, I move to hourly chart. Here on 17th May, maybe here, okay, I posted here and the price only moved sideways here. not made a resistance. But Bank Nifty, see 48,150 to 48,300 on 17th May. See, the resistance came on 25th, sorry, resistance came on 21st May. We predicted on this weekend the resistance is possible around 48,300. Exactly, the top was 48,260 and decline around 700 points. We just now saw. In previous week video, I said the price is possibly may reject, and for bearish confirmation, the price should come below this point. Even in Nifty, I said if the price rejects here, the price needs to come below this point. Always remember, this is a practical idea. When you identified an ABC only, okay, A, B, and C, the confirmation of bearishness comes only after the price crosses this point, B point. Okay, this is very useful in your real-time trading. Okay, this is what I said here. If it is ABC, the confirmation comes only after crossing this B point, but not crossed. Then we need to change the view as per the new price action. Okay, right. So exactly the price rejected and gave a 700 points drop in Bank Nifty, but bearish view not confirmed. Then on a little gap due to some personal situations, and I updated on May 28th when the Nifty was trading around 22,945 and Bank Nifty 49,280 on May 28th here. Okay, you can check the date. Some sort of sideways or correction is possible. If declines, need to watch between 22,800 to 22,700 for Nifty and Bank Nifty 48,800 levels at the same time, because I had two ideas at that time. Whenever I have two ideas, I will wait for how the price approaches the support point, and I said that based on how it approaches this level, we can analyze further. And the price not stopped at 48,700, just give a little bounce or little stop in the trend, not even a bounce, just have a pause and started continuing. That's why we need to give the importance to the characters. So that's why I give more importance to the characters, and I teach this aspects more in my course. Right. So this is what the update, and from 22,945, you can see the low so far made is 22,400, approximately 500 points. And on May 30, so the reason I said characters defines the waves. That's why I said we need to analyze further based on how it approaches the support levels. Need to check the bounce, and possibly after a bounce, we may expect one more low. See, it was around 22,485 on May 30. 22,485 here. So I'm expecting a bounce, right? So how far we can expect a bounce? This correction is not a typical wave 4 decline, and if bounce comes, need to check whether it rejects between 22,640 to 22,700, where it stopped 22,650. 22,640 to 22,700. Still, there is a possibility of doing an ABC here. Okay, we'll discuss. So the correction is not having a typical wave 4 decline. Why? See how to count now. This is wave 1, wave 2. If it is wave 1 and wave 2, this is wave 3. And wave 4 usually will not have this character. Very rarely it will have a fast nature. But when considering this wave 2, see, this wave 2 already reaches 50%. So for a 50% wave 2, 61% wave 4 is very unusual. Okay, 61.8%. If you're marking like this, But this is technically possible because the wave 4 rule says the wave 4 should not trade in the wave 1 zone or wave 1 top until it trades above the 22,320. Okay, this top I marked here 22,325. This can be valid as wave 4. That's why I said this correction is not having a typical wave 4 decline. If bounce comes, need to check whether it rejects between 22,640 to 22,700. It rejected at 22,650. Expecting one more low. So after this, one more low. And if that level goes below 22,320, it cannot be wave 4. Now you can understand why I said this. If the rejection, okay, after rejection of 22,650 or even one more high to 22,700, 750, if it rejects and make a one more low and that low crosses below 22,320, then it cannot be a wave 4. This is the understanding because the rule says wave 4 cannot trade in the wave 1 zone. Just a simple rule. I not give importance to the fib numbers here, just following the Elliott wave rules. So if it is not wave 4, what it can be? This is the next question, right? Right. What it can be is, for a bullish structure, it can be 1, 2 and 1, 2. The waves are extending. Okay, you got it? This is wave 1 and wave 2, and this is wave 1 and wave 2. The waves are extending because I cannot mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Most probably this cannot be the 5-wave structure. See, I can find only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, 2, 3. This 4 is not sufficient to call it as wave 4. So possibly this can be ABC and it can become a bearish structure. Okay, I will say the levels for that. But for bullish structure, it can be wave 1, 2, and these waves are extending. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you apply this level, the 61.8% getting supported here at 22,450, and this is valid. Okay, this is valid only if the price action starts from here itself, moving upside from here itself. But suppose the price declines here, okay, the price rejected 640, suppose it made a move to 700 or 750, okay, I'm approximately saying 700 to 750 zone, and if it rejects here and made a one more low below this point 22,325, so this is possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, we need to check the bounce. So now the interesting situation is we need to see how the price reacts here. Going to 22,700, 750 zone and fall back to 22,300 is the first scenario. If that happens, we need to check the bounce. So it can be a deeper correction also. At the same time, if the price not touches the below 22,300 and started moving higher with the gaps, okay, with the fast price action, we may go like this: wave 1, wave 2 and wave 3, right? This is the understanding now. Got it? So the important level to watch this week is the price, if it rejects 22,700 to 750. See, this is the point I marked here. The reason also I'm saying why it rejected. Very simple. Just a 38% comes to 22,640. See, 22,640, and 50% comes to 22,700. 22,700. Very simple. That's the reason I said this level. Crossing above this level can change this view. As I said, with the gaps and fast price action, we go with the bullish view of 1, 2, 1, 2 and start moving higher. but rejects coming lower, we need to be cautious on the pullback. It is 3-way move or 5-way move. That we can discuss once the price action develops. But for next week, we need to see a rejection happening or not at 22,700, 750 and how the price comes lower. If this happens, we need to check the bounce. That is very important. The price straight away cross this limit 22,700, 750 and moving higher, crossing these limits, then we can assume of 1212 impulse on upside with more room. Okay, this is the understanding on Nifty. And then Banknifty, see, one thing I want to share here. See here on 29th May, when it was trading around 48,656, the support zone is between 48,560 to 48,540. See, I remove these lines. Too much lines may confuse. So what is that level? 48,540. Okay, approximately I'm drawing this line here. So this is the expected level. Support line is between 48,560 to 48,540. And but for this to work, the price needs to give slight pullback to 48,750 to 48,870. See, the price should have stopped here and moved to this level, but it came lower. But okay, the slight pullback, how far it reached? 48,870, and it reached around 49,000. So 100-point difference. Because of this 100-point difference, the price has been a little different 100 points here. So as expected, a slight pullback has been done. And will it come lower to these levels or not? And come lower to these levels. So one more low is the expectation, right? See, support zone, but for this to work, price needs to give a slight pullback and come lower. As expected, the price gave a decent pullback, slight pullback, but it is not an impulsive, right? See, the price action is not impulsive. The impulse comes only in a 5-wave structure. All the patterns we cannot draw it as a leading diagonal. There are some certain rules and guidelines. For now, the next week, the price needs to cross above this line for bullishness, or we may see a one more drop. See, the reason is, if Nifty comes back like this, Banknifty also possibly come back one more time lower. Just following other indices is just an understanding of basic Dow theory. So the Dow theory says all indices should move in similar way. When there is a difference between the indices, we call it as intermarket divergence, and we have discussed a lot about this in previous videos, how the intermarket divergences will resolve. So with this aspect, if Nifty comes lower like this, Banknifty also come lower, and this may become a corrective pattern. Say how to count here. If it is 1 2 1 2, this usually will not work like this. For example, if it is 1 2 and 1 2 3 4 and 5, so this to work, the price needs to move above. But this is not a typical wave 4, because here the wave 2 in this impulse have already reached a significant portion in wave 1. So both wave 1 and wave 4 cannot be deeper. Okay, as per the guidelines of waves, both cannot be deeper. Again, it can be extending. For example, 1 2 1 2 1 2. So the entire Bank Nifty structure itself like 1 2 1 2 or overlapping structure. So that is what happening here. But this is not looking like a wave 4 now. So we will get a clear confirmation in coming week. So for upside, the price needs to cross above this level, 49,100, or above this trend line. And if rejects, there's a possibility of making one more lower. Okay, we will discuss. If possible, I will update in the a video in Wednesday, possibly. If okay, If everything goes well here, I will try to make 2 videos in a week, maybe on Wednesday and Saturday. I will try to post videos. Right. So this is the update. So if I post the videos, I will give a recent update also. Fine. So this is the update on Banknifty. If it is bullish, the price will cross on gaps and move upside. As I said, if it crosses above the gap, and we may count to 1 2 1 2, and also here also 1 2 1 2. Okay. See, in a longer structure in Banknifty, these are only for the next week, and in longer structure, see, there is a huge gap upside is possible in Banknifty. But see, if I draw a channel here, see, this line is always protected, and see the gap upside possible in Banknifty. Even if you take this line also, there is a huge upside potential in Banknifty. That is what I am saying. Banknifty, there is a possibility of performing much better when comparing the Nifty in coming months. But for that, the most important point is the price needs to come out of this trend line. Okay. Crossing above or around 50,500. Okay. 50,500 or something. Just I'm drawing this trend line. Coming out of this trend line only, we can expect a more upside. Okay. So just thought of giving a long-term update. See, here we can get a clear 5 waves, but all these are not a clear impulse wave. All are overlapping. So to get a clear structure, it needs to come out of this range. Then only we can expect a more room in Banknifty. This is just a long-term update. And see, this is small cap. I hope you remember I updated a video on 2 weeks before. In recent previous video, I said this top will be the resistance for small cap. See, previous high. And for mid cap, I already drawn these two lines. This will be the resistance zone. See the difference in mid cap. See this on May 2nd. Okay, this high on May 2nd and this high on May 27th. So this May first week and May last week. But if you see in small cap, it made a lower low. Okay. See, this is called an intermarket divergence. This mid cap 150 made a higher high, and this small cap made a equal high or lower high. This is intermarket divergence. How it resolve? Either small cap may follow mid cap by going higher, or the mid cap may come lower. See, now counting is little different. I straight away I cannot mark it as 1 2 3 4 5, and I cannot mark here this is correction and 1 2 3 4 5. I cannot mark here because simple reason, corrections are 3 ways, and I don't find a clear 3 wave here. See, a lot of times I'm explaining in my Twitter post that some indices are moving differently. Nifty moving one side and the broader markets are moving a different way. In Banknifty also, you can clearly see not made a new high. Only Nifty made a new high. So there are a lot of intermarket divergences. So possibly this coming weeks may resolve in a better way. So that's why we want to wait and see how the indices are resolving. So how I can count now? What I want to do is, this is 1 2 3 4, and all this can be wave 5, and I will start counting as wave 1 2 3 4 5. Got it? The wave 5, that is this fifth wave, are extending as of now. This is what I understand now. So I cannot mark in anticipation. When considering all other factors, in small cap also, it can be ABC, right? There is a possibility of ABC. and may start moving higher. This is also possible. So we need to see how it is resolving, because the divergence are coming in the upper side. So possibly a correction is still open. That's why I said in Nifty, if the price comes lower here, there is a possibility that this can be only a wave A and start decline. I'm just giving an options, okay? As I said in the introduction, I'm giving all these options. Why? Because I'm making Elliott Wave more practical way to understand what are the levels to be watched for further confirmation. So if the price rejects here 22,700 and comes lower to 22,300, there is a higher chance that this can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, and we need to see a bounce. Then it may go for one more low also. To avoid that, the price may gap up and start moving higher. Please understand clearly. I'm giving both options. We need to watch how this resolves this week. So in broader markets, if you see, there is a possibility of reaching one more high to this level of 17,100, so that it may reach one more high. Midcap may possibly reach one more high. Yes, midcaps there is a possibility. For that, the price need to stop between 19,100. It's already getting support here. See, because I'm marking it as 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth wave will get supported 38% to 50%. But if it comes to 50%, it will touch the wave 1. So possibly it will get support here and move higher. Right? One more high to above 19,700 and complete the impulse wave and go for a decline and a correction, and then you start higher. That's the understanding. And in that time, the small cap may touch this line 17,100 or little lower and may start declining. This is how the intermarket divergences may resolve. Okay, both the indices need to complete its impulse and corrective waves. That's the understanding. So I'm expecting equal if it is a correction. Okay, if it is a correction, expecting an equal high in or lower high in small cap and higher high in mid cap. Okay, that's the understanding. And as I said clearly, in Nifty, we need to watch these levels. Straight away gap up, yes, it can become a 1, 2, 1, 2, and the 3 may start and more highs is possible. But if it rejects around 22,700, 750 and comes lower, two things, not only one thing. As I said in previous video, in Banknifty, rejecting here, I remove this channel. Rejecting here is the first point, and going below this point is a confirmation, right? Likewise, rejecting here is the first point, 22,700, 750, and going below 22,300 is the second point. If both happens, this can become a first day of decline. Then the bounce we need to watch, right? This is the understanding. We need to see whether gap up above this level or rejecting at 22,700. This is the first step we need to see on next week. Anyway, election results week, more volatility is possible. So trade safe. See, all these things I'm explaining only for making the Elliott wave in a more practical way to understand. Believe me, Elliott waves has the possibility of predicting the price action well ahead. Okay, that's why I kept my course name also Waves Leads the Price. By understanding this, we can anticipate the future price action. These are analysis. So how to trade, that's a different story, right? We need to see where we need to give the entry, where we need to get the stop loss, what is the target level, precise target level, and more importantly, we need to see how the price approaches the target or stop loss. The characters, by giving the characters, we can anticipate what may happen, whether the price stops at support or target or move beyond that. So these are the things we can get only on practical experience. So that's why I created a course, Waves Reach the Price, the purest form of Elliott Wave trading. Many people have registered the course, even from outside India. So thanks for all your support, and I'm receiving many positive opinion and comments on it. And if you already know the Elliott Waves rules and guidelines, you have a good experience in waves, but slightly you are struggling in the target pot or some characters, you can subscribe the channel and the YouTube channel is sufficient. But if you want to make your Elliott Wave as a professional way to learn on independently to trade and monitor your investments and trading, you can register my course. I give all the details in the description below. You can check the website magicfibs.com and you can see the contents of the course, and if you wish, you can register and you'll get the access immediately. So if you want to become and more independent trader, that's the my intention of creating the course. So the learners of the course, after practicing, yes, that is very important, after practicing, they should never expect the other analyst opinion. That includes me as well. uh, that is what work I have done to the course. So right, so all details I provide in the description. If you want, kindly check the websites and learn more about the waves. If you like my work and if you like this video of approaching the market in more practical way using the Elliott Wave theory, you can support me by subscribing the channel and you can share it with your friends. So those who have interest in the Elliott waves can learn the wave theory in most practical way. And as I said before, if you want to make it your Elliott Wave more professional way and independent way, you can register in the course. All details in the description. So thank you. Election results week ahead, expecting more volatility. So trade safe. If you are not clear in the trend or the chart, that's okay. Don't trade. Mostly the volatility will settle in 1 or 2 days and you can take the clear trend. More than a profit, capital protection is important. So trade safe. Happy weekend. Thank you for your support. Take care.